Raiders, gamers, memers, welcome to one of the easiest bosses in the game that PUG somehow managed to wipe on. This is the boss with many hands, but one mechanic. A true test, a trial, as it were, of can you not stand in a circle? That is the only thing you must do here, right? If you can manage to not stand in a circle, this boss is very, very easy. Here we go. It's Deimos. So, first of all, you're going to have a pre-event which kind of introduces you to some of the mechanics here as well. Let's talk about it. A green circle will be on a random player, and you're going to have to go down into the demon realm and kill 4 statues that will release these chains that will release the prisoner and start the actual boss encounter. There's Deimos is down there, the boss will be there, who will be doing a conal knockback. Don't get hit by the conal knockback. Try to kill more than one chain in one burst, otherwise it's going to take you ages, but it's not the end of the world if you don't. Everyone who doesn't go into the demon realm should stay down in the center of the arena and kill ghosts. Ghosts will be moving towards the center, trying to damage the shackled prisoner. If the shackled prisoner dies, then you lose, and you have to do the pre-event all over again. There are little ones called greeds, and there are big ones called prides. Prides do 25% of the prisoner's health. Greeds do around 2%. So just kill them all, don't let them in. Not that relevant, okay, on normal mode, because it turns out that when we free this prisoner, we're going to be able to heal him. And we're actually, we're going to have a lot of healing in this group because we have a druid, a heal elite, and a heal necro, so it shouldn't be too much of a difficulty there. But it is worth noting that that is something that you can do. So when the boss starts, he'll spawn, but let's not worry about him just yet. We're going to talk about an infamous mechanic that everyone tries to dodge: hand kiting. The boss will periodically spawn hands on the furthest player away. You need a player with a dedicated build or vaguely specialized build and strategy to actually have these at the edge of the arena. This is typically done by a soul beast, a herald, or a tempest. Any of those work, and it doesn't really matter which one you do. I would say soul beast is the easiest, but the least useful to your group, like least carry potential. Rev is a bit of both. Kind of a halfway thing there as well. Pretty easy to pull off, but can also provide some good support to your team with boons and healing on the prisoner. And then Elementalist Tempest, one of the trickier ones to actually execute correctly, but is a god tier carry thanks to its revive potential with the geyser on staff, and also rebound being very, very handy on this fight as well, and for a reason that we'll get into in a little bit. So, the actual boss himself doesn't actually do that much. He has a kind of pizza attack where he'll do loads of conal AoEs around him, covering himself completely, that will knock you back. Be careful not to get knocked off the arena with this. For this reason, you'll want to kind of keep the boss near the center of the arena in general, and the way you'll want to tank it is, for the first phase, you'll basically want to tank him in the middle until 60% of the boss's HP. After that, you'll actually be utilizing a triangular pattern, essentially, when it comes to boss tanking around the center of the room, okay? The reason for this is because of the ultimate mechanic. The oil, the black, whatever you want to call it, it is the true destroyer. Those who played Wrath of the Lich King raids will know it as Defile. It is an AoE that with a short delay will activate from an orange circle into a black AoE. If you touch it, it will expand, and you can see how that might snowball. One player touches it, it expands onto other players, covering the entire arena and causing a wipe. Do not touch the circle. That is all you have. That is all you have to do. Seriously, it's one skill. That's it. Don't touch it. If you can do that, you can win. There are some other mechanics, and we'll get into those right now. So, outside of the slam attack, the boss also has a one-shot attack. He will start spinning his maces. There'll be a blue dome in the center created by the prisoner. If you aren't in the blue dome or have an effect like Aegis to block this attack, it's blockable, but it's not invulnerable. You cannot use Distortion or Invuln to survive this. Only block. So an Aegis or a block will help you, but nothing else will. Or if you're in the blue dome, you will take a massive spike of damage, killing you instantly. If you block this attack, you actually get an ability called Mind Crush on you, and this will give you ticking damage over a period of time, so you have to heal through it. So ideally, you want to be in the bubble. However, if you can't go there, because maybe there's an oil there, or maybe, you just can't get there in time, use a block to survive. This is why stuff like Retreat, on Guardian, or the heal mantra, of course, for Firebrand, or any kind of those tome skills are amazing. Will of Precognition is excellent here, and just in general, Heal Necro is amazing to transfuse your allies out of dangerous situations and revive players quickly. Because after the one-shot attack, the Mind Crush, he will typically actually do a slam, which can finish off down players very, very quickly. So if you see anyone down in this fight, it is your absolute prio to revive. Revive, 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 revive. Outside of that, the boss himself actually doesn't do that much. Those are his two main abilities, or 3 if you include the oil. At 75%, 50%, and 25%, you will once again have a circle. Right, a circle mechanic, right? The green circle. Everyone except the tank, or maybe the druid, if your tank isn't very tanky or isn't very confident, should take that circle, and then you'll have to fight Saul in the Shadow Realm. Within the Shadow Realm, you take increasing damage, so make sure you do it pretty quickly, and there are 3 different variants of these monsters. The first one has a break bar, break the break bar, or he steals your boons. The second one splits into 4 copies. You have to kill the real one, who has a Matthias star, basically the odd one out, to respawn the boss. Kill that. And the final one, break its break bar, or it teleports you randomly. As you can imagine, that's very chaotic, as it can indeed teleport you into the oil. So watch out for that. Do not let that one get its move off. In general, you want to actually kill these monsters as quick as possible, because when you get them to 50% health, they will actually teleport you and themselves back down to the main boss platform, where you'll have to fight it and the boss simultaneously. Eliminate the ad as quick as you can, or this fight gets complicated. They have the same mechanics as they do in the Shadow Realm. Kill them very, very quickly, or you will be very, very dead. Again, Epidemic here is amazing. Firebrand is amazing with the cleave from Permeating Wrath. Everything is amazing here. Kill those things fast, break their bars, don't go in the oil, don't feed. Saul is also vulnerable too, and below 40% health, just like the pre-event, Prides and Greeds will start spawning and walking towards him. You want to make sure that they don't get in. Again, you can immobilize them with a Druid on the Tangle to deny them from getting in, particularly the Prides, or you can simply kill them with Epidemic or other attacks. It's not too bad on normal mode because you can heal him, right? But it's good practice and good precedent to not let any in if at all possible, right? There is a strategy you can do at 25% where you can actually skip the last teleport and simply burn the boss down. We won't be doing that because we'll demonstrate the entire fight as ArenaNet intended. Let's go ahead and get started, because you know what? I'm going to keep the last 10% as a surprise. We're not even going to talk about that just yet because it is spectacular, but also not very difficult, so you don't have to worry about it too much. If you've got the 10%, you've won. Hopefully. Okay, but at 10%, there is a little bit of an extra special phase there. So let's get down on into it. Here we go. So let's go ahead and start this up here. We'll see our green circle spawning shortly. There it is. So again, you can send everyone here. On normal mode, you can kind of go with everyone because you don't care about the pre-event that much. However, you can kind of practice here, like for later on in the fight, and just try and kill as many as possible. Like, don't be afraid to go hard here as well. Like, again, this fight is not a DPS check, so you can really go hard. And really get some big damage on these and try and kill as many of them as you can. The quicker you do this, the quicker you can get to the main fight and actually start killing the boss. So don't hold back here, right? Don't be afraid to use DPS cooldowns to get the job done. Now, we did the classic Ooga Booga and killed only one. But you know what, guys? We're emulating the PUG situation. Mine actually might die to Condi just as we get down there. Yep, that's exactly what's going to happen. But we might just be able to get another one there too. In fact, we can. Can we get all of them? Oh, there we go. Redemption arc is confirmed. So here we go. We stand behind the boss here. And Saul also does a few handy things for us here too. So we actually see that pizza-sized attack there, guys. The thing to notice about that attack is that it hits at the front before the back, right? It kind of like ripples around there as well. So there you go. You want to make sure you kind of delay or dodge a little bit on the slam, otherwise you will get hit anyway. Another way to do this is essentially dodge through the boss, and that makes things a lot easier. This attack here will often be ageist by your Firebrand or Chronomancer, so you can do that if you wish. And as here, as usual, be careful not to teleport your tank down, right? You don't want to teleport your tank, otherwise your poor old Handkiter will have the boss chasing after them instead. So make sure that your tank stays down with a healer. If they're, say, on Minstrel Chrono, they can probably be, they're fine on their own. However, if they aren't on Minstrel Chrono or something very, very durable, then you probably want to leave them a healer. So now it's going to be the ward attack, go in the ward, and we can just epidemic off the boss here to cleave down this ad. You can see that we kind of lured it over to the boss so we can hit both of them at the same time, and we had a great time. I am getting Aegis here, but, you know, don't touch. And here we go. There is it. There is the oil. Do not touch. And this is when you start utilizing the triangle tanking method here. So what you do is tank, oil spawns, move it to the next marker, more or less. Oh, guys, I forgot a mechanic. It's because it's not that important. But I'm going to tell you guys now. As we get the 50% circle, you'll see these demonic tears start spawning here as well. Demonic tears basically spew out a little bit of AoE damage on your group, and you want everyone to go ahead and pick them up. Pick them up to remove them. You get a debuff on you that means you can't pick them up, you know, for a little while again. So just basically, everyone do your part. If you don't have the debuff, pick up the demonic tear, be a useful peepo, be a good lad. Okay, go over here. And let's get the job done. There's an oil spawning, so we don't trigger the oil. We move. Okay, let's go, 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 go. One thing to be careful of here is that when you come back here from the demon realm, right, what happens is that Deimos kind of pulls in all the stacked hands, right? All the stacked hands kind of get pulled in directly to him. And this can actually cause a bit of damage there, so make sure you're ready to dodge the hands. Another thing to watch out for on this encounter is actually... the fact that if you have a low character model limit, there are so many models, they actually won't render. So make sure that you actually have your character model limit on at least medium, right? Oh, we're not doing sack. We're not going to do sack. We're going to play it safe here. There we go. There's a pride going in. But as you can see, our soul is on a good amount of health, so it's not too much of an issue. There are also tears up here in the demon realm. Skellen got teleported onto it and grabbed it. Very, very nice there indeed, guys. Okay, very, very nice. We love to see it. We love to see it indeed. Okay, let's go ahead and move on back here. Here we go. Move back so we get this final phase. We're going to focus down that mob. Need to grab some tears so we can go grab a demonic tear. Very easy. Watch out for the hands. Don't touch that. Oh, we actually triggered oil. Oh, great. So if this does happen, if you do trigger an oil like this, just run out of it. Like, don't panic, run out. It's, like, very survivable as long as you don't panic. And we actually might get a Mind Crush away from middle right now. And here you've got to be very careful. Position yourselves, like, behind the boss or in a way that if you did get knocked, it won't knock you off the platform. Is very important. We're not going to get a Mind Crush because we just straight out get the phase. But just don't panic. Just don't panic. Play it safe. Okay, we trigger another oil there. Nice. Okay, as you can see here, it's not actually that dangerous. As long as you react quickly to it, it's not the end of the world. Perfect guide footage there. And there you go. There we go. Simple as that, guys. Simple as that. Oh, yeah, Skellen going into the oil there to troll. You can still dodge and block the oil, so you can do that. Always the way to go there. And now let's go ahead and move on here. Let's do this here. Let's get this done. All right, so this is the last 10%. It is epic, but sadly, it's not really that dangerous. Okay, if my Cronus had not slacked, I would have had an Aegis there, and it would have been very, very easy. But yeah, look, the boss is dying. He has no health. He just slams. Oil still spawn, but I mean, it's dead, right? So, I mean, yeah, there you go. We did it. We did it, guys, okay? That is the end of that, guys. Crisis averted, boss killed, job done, oil gaming. That's the end of that. Very easy boss, actually. Very easy boss if you can just avoid standing in the oil or crisis managed there as well. You should be good to go there. You should be good to go on that mechanic. Kill the little lads, heal Saul, hit the boss very hard, let Saul do his thing, okay? And there you go. Job done. Don't feed. Very, very easy there as well. Deimos has been averted. It has been completed. And it has been destroyed. Simple as that. There it is. A few little tips on that fight. If you're going to get knocked off, if you don't have a dodge, for example, position yourself so that you don't get knocked off the arena. For example, if the boss was over here in that phase, I was like, okay, I'm going to position correctly. So notice what I did there, guys. Like, the boss was on arrow. I was standing here. So even if I got knocked off, I get knocked off in this direction. This is, like, a very important tip. A lot of the group actually positioned here. This is incorrect. Like, if they hadn't dodged, they would have got knocked off the edge. Right, okay? And that's why you want to be very, very mindful with your WSD here. Don't worry about getting hit by the auto attack. The auto attack is irrelevant. So if the boss hits you, it doesn't matter. If you get knocked off, you die instantly. So, like, really make sure that you mind your positioning here. Like, you know, understand geometry, understand angles, and make it so that even if you fail the mechanic, it won't punish you with death. Bear in mind, if you get knocked into an oil or downstated or something like that because you take some damage, it doesn't matter. You can always be revived. If you get knocked off the platform, You cannot be revived. It is absolutely imperative that you position yourself correctly on this fight to minimize the punishment of making a mistake, even if you do make a mistake. But yeah, there you go. That is it. Simple as that, my friend, okay? Simple as that. Easy peasy, easy game, easy life. Deimos done.